Hi everyone, my name's David Bowman. For my technology show and tell presentation, I decided that I would show you guys the Chrome Remote Desktop app. What is Chrome Remote Desktop? It's a combination of a application for your smartphone or your mobile device, like a tablet, and a plugin for the Chrome web browser on your PC. Um, when used together, Chrome Remote Desktop allows you to actually remote access your desktop computer, allowing you to control it, change files, or just browse through your file system if you really needed to. The application right now is available for all your smartphones or tablets. It works with Android, it works with Apple's operating system. The plugin for the computer is also available for Windows, Macs, and Linux if you really need it. I don't know why you'd be taking this class if you know Linux, though. Some of the features on Chrome, there's actually two different features. One of which is the remote connections feature that allows you personally to access your computer using your smartphone, maybe another computer if you really needed to, or a tablet. That one requires a user-generated PIN number. I'll kind of show you guys that later. The PIN number is permanent for the most part, but you just have to enter it each time you try to log into your computer remotely. Um, all of the data that goes through this is fully encrypted, so nobody on the outside would be able to read it. The data does go through Google servers, though, so that's a little bit of concern. Google says they collect your data, but it's only anonymous things, user data, like how long you used it, how often you use the program, things like that. Um, there's a ton of uses for this just because basically you have access to your entire desktop computer. So if you really needed to, mostly what I use it for is downloading an application before I get home so I don't have to sit there and wait for it to finish downloading. Um, but I mean, you can access computer intensive programs like maybe you have to do graphics rendering for something or do complex equations on your computer, things that might take a really long time. You can kind of start them ahead of time, get home, maybe if you started it on the train or during a commute, and it'll be halfway done or more by the time you get back home. The other feature that they offer is this remote assistance feature that allows other people to view your desktop, and that can only be accessed through other computers. In this case, uh, it requires you to enter a access code that Google generates each time you have to do it. The code is only going to be temporary, so each time somebody tries to relog into your computer, they're going to have to generate a new code and then send that to them. And that just prevents return visits so that one guy who you had fix your computer can't log back in over and over again and basically spy on you or steal anything. Again, that data is fully encrypted. It's going to go through the same Google servers and everything like that. Um, Really, the big benefit to this is for tech support. If you have a problem that you need to have troubleshooted, it's really easy to just let a tech support person take over your computer for 5 minutes. They'll get the job done right away instead of you having to maybe express to them what your problem is with it, and they're going to have to translate that into actual technical knowledge. So basically, instead of having a breakdown of communication, you can just let the guy take over your computer and solve your problems for you. So what does it do? I already kind of explained it to you, but basically it's like a remote control for your desktop or your laptop if you have it on there. It's just going to allow you to remote in by your smartphone or your tablet. It's going to give you complete access to everything on there. You can run any program you need to. If you need to download a program from the internet, you can do that. Really, there's not much you can't do. You could even, I mean, if you really wanted to stream movies from your computer and then go outside and sit down in the sun and watch it on your tablet if you needed to. Um, there's a few security and ethical concerns that it's a pretty big deal when you stop and think about it. The data is being set encrypted, so nobody from the outside is really going to get a chance to see it or read it or anything like that. But there's other problems, which is that when you give somebody access to your computer with this software, they get access to your entire computer. So anything that your computer is hooked up to, they're going to have access to. That could be networks. So if you're remoting into a work computer, um, they're going to have access to your work network, any databases that you have access to. Basically, any type of sensitive information that you can think of that would be stored at your workplace and you have access to it, whoever remotes into your computer is going to have access to that same information. Um, if you happen to lose your phone and you have the remote desktop app on it, somebody could find it. Potentially, there's problems where they might be able to social engineer your password or your PIN number. Sorry, it's only a 6-digit PIN. A lot of people would be tempted to use things like their birthday, numbers that are important to them. So if anybody finds that and somehow discovers what private information about yourself, they may be able to access your desktop PC by figuring out that PIN. Um, which could be big trouble if they're getting into a lot of sensitive information. Also, the same thing would go with anybody using your computer. They're going to be able to download anything they want, install anything they want. So that could open you up to a lot of malware and other malicious programs that you just aren't going to want. The other thing is that this program directly bypasses firewalls, which is sort of a big deal. So good luck with that. Actually, it's not that big of a deal as long as you're using it with people you trust. So you just have to be judicious with it. Who could benefit from this? In my mind, just about anyone. It's pretty simple just because it's remote access to your computer. So for forgetful people, which you can see up here, it will offer you a second chance to maybe retrieve data. Maybe you forgot to store something in a certain folder that people need access to. You can real quickly log on your tablet or your smartphone, just move it over to a different folder. All sorts of uses. Maybe for presentations, if you need to use multiple programs, instead of walking to or from the computer to change programs over, you could real simple do it with your smartphone. It'll impress a lot of people in the room, I'm sure. Uh, for hard workers, if say you want to continue working from home, you don't have the software available to you. One of my buddies uses this for visual rendering software, just because he doesn't have a computer that's strong enough to do it at his house. So he'll remote into his workplace PC and get things started from his home. Again, like I said, for tech support, it's great. It's real easy for, to just give control of your computer over to one of your tech support workers. You don't have to translate your layperson terms into anything more complicated, language you might not understand. And hey, you know what? You don't have to smell the tech support person, right? Um, Otherwise, there's tons of applications just for your daily life. Down here, I said for the lazy person, you can play video games outdoors on your tablet while the game runs on your computer. So, I mean, you can do some complex things that take a lot of horsepower from your computer. You can run it on your desktop or laptop and just stream it to your tablet without any problem. Getting started right here, I have a slide for you, but instead of doing that, I think I'm going to just show you it myself. So what you're going to need to do first of all is get the application on your tablet or smartphone. I know it's hard to see, guys. I tried to actually mirror my screen onto my computer, but I didn't have a good luck with it. So you can see there's Chrome Remote Desktop down here. Once you click, you install it. After that, you're going to click on it. It'll give you something saying that there's no PCs connected. So what you have to do then is you're going to have to open up your Chrome web browser, access your plugins, which if you haven't done it before, just in the address bar, you have to type Chrome://apps. It'll take you to a list of plugins and other applications that you can use. I have Chrome Remote Browser right on there. There's two features that you can see right here that I talked about earlier. The remote assistance up at the top is the one that would let a one-time user in to have access to your computer. That would be the one that you'd give the tech support person, maybe a friend if you need help for your own personal computer. Instead of doing that, though, we're going to go down to My Computers here, which will let me use my smartphone or tablet for it. You can see right now it's asking me for a PIN number. Instead of doing something private right now for you guys, I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Retype it, just to confirm you got it right. Yep, okay. Just click yes to everything that they send your way. Then you're going to have to open the computer. I wish I could show you this. I know it's pretty low quality right here. I'm sorry about that, guys. But on the app, it should be real easy. The same screen where it said there's nothing to connect to, if you press refresh, you're going to see that your computer's now there. I'm sorry, I have to refresh my Wi-Fi on my tablet. So once that's up and running, it's gonna, bring you to a window. You can see it's asking for a PIN number right there. That's the same PIN number that you entered on your Google Chrome plugin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this case. After that, it's going to open it up on your tablet. I'll do this and I'll unplug my mouse for you guys. And from then on, you can kind of just control it like you would a cursor on your smartphone or anything. The controls get a little cumbersome just going from touchscreen to a keyboard and mouse setup. In this case, though, just to show you guys that, you can do some things on your computer here. I'm going to minimize out here, and we're going to have some fun changing my desktop background. So in this case, to right click, you need to just kind of smack 2 fingers down on the screen, drag the cursor down to personalize, and we will change my desktop background. I have this wonderful picture of a very great teacher from CLC that I'll smack down there. And we'll stretch it, why not? And there we go. It's beautiful. So anyways, guys, that's kind of just, that's a really small tip of the iceberg. There's so much that you can do with this stuff because basically it's access to your entire computer from a tablet or even a smartphone if you really have to. It's pretty amazing, and honestly, I think the uses for it are a little kind of unlimited, honestly. So sorry for taking up all your time, guys. Why don't you go leave some posts on my message board down there. Thanks for your time.